on FM AM 1160 WCCSradio.com. And two of our three Indiana County Commissioners able to come and join us here this morning on Indiana in the Morning. Commissioner Bonnie Dunlap and Commissioner, what's your name again over there? Mike Keith is with us this morning. Our visit presented by Marcus and Mack, voted Best Law Firm and Best Personal Injury Lawyer 3 years in a row. In the Best of Indiana County contest, visit them online at marcusandmack.com. We have not had a chance to talk with our county commissioners since the announcement of Homer City Redevelopment and all of those monumental things coming to Indiana County. So let's start there this morning because that's rather a momentous occasion, isn't it?
It is, Todd. And first and foremost, I think we want to shout out to you. Congratulations from the Public Broadcasting Association and your 2 awards last week. So
Thank you.
You do a really good job, but congratulations.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Homer City Redevelopment, it's not so long after the smokestacks come down that news comes of something that's going up and going up in a big way. Behind the scenes, of course, there's been a lot of activity in order to make something like this happen, and a lot of people have their hands in this. And commissioners, certainly you have a role to play in this as well. And I'm sure Byron and the folks at the Office of Planning and Development, working with Robin and everybody, talk about that, what it means to Indiana County and how this county is going to respond to what is going to be a monumental change in the way things happen around here.
Well, first, it's kind of like trying to get over of what happened. It was like the sad situation where it was shutting down and it wasn't going to reopen, and all of a sudden something new came into light. And as we know, the energy industry, there's different forms of it. So coal goes away and gas is coming into a play. How much we actually know about the formation of this new industry is really not as much as everybody thinks, because I guess we're trying to feel our way through it too and understand of what is going to be there, how it's going to be constructed, and in the future of what it's going to do for Indiana County. Mm-hmm. They say that that they're looking for 1,000 permanent jobs, but before those permanent jobs come in place, there's going to be a number of trades, to actually construct that facility, and it's going to be a huge population to Indiana County. And also, what actually rolls out of it is the downward effect of how that impacts all the other businesses in our county. So back in the 70s, when it was first built and everything, I don't know if you can kind of relate directly of how it actually all fell out, but probably for those people who can remember back in the 70s what Indiana County was like when it was being built, it can maybe give you some kind of an idea of what look forward to.
Yeah. Bonnie, as you were hearing all of this that was happening and seeing what some of the possible ramifications of it are, what was your reaction?
Well, I think where we're going to be as far as the county is, we know what's going on as far as down at the site, but the county needs to react in a different way. We need to be looking at how we can help with housing needs. As Mike said, there's going to be a lot of people coming in for the construction, so there's going to be the demand on our services, and housing is going to be the one that is going to be the immediate one. We need to find housing for individuals, and then that will be a domino effect, and it'll create other needs for other services.
Yeah, and that was, we ran our poll a week or so afterwards saying, what do you see as some of the challenges that will come up? Housing was one of the big things. People were concerned about property values since, housing is going to be such an issue. Property values are going to go up, and they were concerned, does that mean my taxes are going up as well? And of course, the services, the infrastructure, that are going to be needed in order to accommodate a whole new population, hopefully, moving into Indiana County. It's a good thing that it's coming, but we have to react to it properly, as you said, Bonnie.
Right.
Yeah. If I've actually had some phone calls from local people in that area concerned, like same situation. And they're like, what happens to my housing? What happens to my community and stuff? And again, it's one of those things of the unknown. School districts, I mean, you have 1,000 new jobs, which could possibly be 1,000 new families.
Sure.
Local government. How does it affect the local government? What's it going to do for that area? Southern Indiana County is going to see a change, and we don't know what the extreme of that change is going to be. But I think what we need to do is work with the redevelopment company, and as we go through, understand each other of possibly what we can see. And I'm sure on their side, I mean, they have the big picture and everything, what it's to look like. But again, it's when in construction, you always have those unknowns that, you're going to come up with and you need to deal with. So I think communication and education is going to be a big part of this whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm excited because for Indiana County, we haven't seen any major growth to see that. When you go to other counties, for example, I was just down in Washington County over the weekend, and you see by the casino how much the area has grown with all the businesses around it. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, is this going to be an opportunity for us to be able to bring in some new businesses and new things for our residents?
That's what I'm thinking, is that there's going to be a tremendous opportunity for people to come into the area and bring new business with them. The restaurant, I think the restaurant game around here has really picked up in the last 5 years in ways that nobody could foresee, but it happens to be a good thing because all of these folks coming in, if this is going to all play out the way that we assume that it will, they're going to need to be fed, and there's opportunity there. I'm sure that the county is ready to assist any business that wants to come in, just as it always has been.
Sure. Yeah, I had the opportunity last spring to visit the cracker plant in Beaver County, mm-hmm. and I was totally taken back by many things down there. First of all, 750 jobs were created for that facility, and during the explanation of it took 10 years to build that, but at the end of the day, the outcome of that, for every job that was produced at the cracker plant, it created 18 other jobs somewhere else in the county.
Wow.
So again, that's growth. That's things that, the stepping stones. And here, we see White Township, how it developed and everything. Mm-hmm. This is in pretty much the southern end of the county. So this is an opportunity. Again, we have to find out, educate, and how we're going to do this. But this is an opportunity for that southern sector down there to actually develop in a different way.
Yeah. There's some great potential here that is coming as a result of that. Meanwhile, there is other business that the county is conducting, and things are still happening around Indiana County. So we want to check in with that as well. Budget season and all of that. It doesn't seem like we're ever out of budget season. Because as soon as you get one wrapped up, you're on to the next one, and the various needs around the county. So, what are the things that are on your minds as we begin this month of April? Here it is, tax day. After all,
there is one thing that I want to mention. This is National County Government Month, and this is the time where we talk about how important county government is, and try to make people aware of all the things that go on in county government. There's over 35 departments. We do everything from airports to nursing homes to children and youth to domestic relations to planning, taxes, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. But the thing that I want to stress is that it's so important for our residents to be involved in government. And so one of the ways is to use those voting rights. And just as a reminder, the last day to register to vote is May 5th. Mm-hmm. There is the last day to request absentee mail-in ballots is May 13th for the primary election coming up.
Yeah. And the local races and the year after a presidential election year, people think that it's termed actually an off year. Yeah. But this is when a lot of the local races that will determine the direction in each and every municipality and school district will be set. And so these are very, very important decisions that must be made.
Yeah,
so go ahead.
You look at the presidential race. Okay, that's on the federal level. Just as you said, Todd, this is local government. This is the direct impact that it has in your community.
Yeah.
So county treasurer, register recorder, coroner, magisterial judge in Blairsville is going to be on the ballot. You mentioned the school districts, the boroughs. There's it varies, but some of those positions are up: mayor, council members, auditors, constables, tax collectors, townships, judge of elections, and the poll workers. And there are some positions that are open. There are no people. There is no one on the ballot.
Uh-huh.
So it's important for people to get involved so that we have all those positions covered.
Yeah.
So that we have voices at those forms of government.
Yeah. Yeah. No sense complaining if there's no one to complain to.
Correct.
All right. So election is coming up. The primary election will be next month. And so we need to get that out there and into the minds of folks. Other issues remain as they always have. Broadband is something that folks are really looking at.
Oh.
And
May 8th.
Yes.
May 8th.
May 8th.
May 8th, we're going to actually have basically a ribbon cutting in Smicksburg.
In Smicksburg.
In Smicksburg, yes.
Are they going to come hook up my house?
They're working on hooking it up. Actually,
They're going to have public Wi-Fi at Smicksburg.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. Wow.
So there'll be signs in the stores that says that you can access public Wi-Fi here because of the tourist industry up there.
Nice. Well, they're very good. I guess we're getting closer, huh?
Yeah.
It's a long road, and maybe people didn't understand at the beginning of this. Sometimes we tend to think, we hear it on the news, broadband's coming, and we think it's going to be tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm going to be all wired up. But it is a very long road that must be traveled, and that road frequently has to be lined with a little bit of money.
Oh, there's lots of barriers too. I mean, I tell them all the time, gee, I don't live that far off of 119, and I can't get Comcast, et cetera, to my house because there's things like rivers in the way and streams and other things. So yeah, those are barriers.
We keep wondering about those things. All right, so county business is going on, and you folks, of course, are much involved in it. I'm sure that you encourage people to take part in their county government and in their local municipal government, and this is a way to do it through the elections, and so we're looking forward to.
And it's construction season.
It is.
So
that's true too.
The county doesn't stop there. So Pine Ridge Park continues. We'll finish that project out with the new maintenance building. Mm-hmm. The public's going to encounter some things at the courthouse. We're actually going to revamp the handicap ramp, and we're also putting in handicap bathrooms in the courthouse because we only had one, and so we're actually going to put in 2 more. And along with that, courtroom 1 and courtroom 2 are going to get basically a new color to it. We're going to bring them up to date. And along with that, the old farmhouse out at the airport, ICTC, took that project on 2 years ago, and Mr. Tim Bash headed that project, but that is actually being remodeled. They're doing all the work. County only has to purchase the materials for it to do, but that's going to be eventually Penn State's new home.
What a great project.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrific stuff. Good news. Good news there. All right. County Commissioner Mike Keith, Bonnie Dunlap, thank you so much for coming to visit with us today. Lots going on in Indiana County, and boy, we're going to watch it all unfold. Huh?
Oh, and watch our website. We'll be making changes to the website. And if you don't like our Indiana County Courthouse Facebook page, please go and like that because we're posting almost daily facts about Indiana County because of National County Government Month. Mm-hmm. Lots of interesting historical things there.
All right. Terrific stuff. Thanks both for coming.
Thank you, Todd.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Fox News is up next at the top of the hour. We follow that with news from Josh Whittison on this Tuesday morning. Coming up in our next segment, Pastor Bill Blair from Grace Church in Indiana joins us. They've got a wonderful musical that is happening during this Easter week.